Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on the associative law worksheets. So this video will present two worksheets on the associative law. First we'll look at the associative law for addition and the associative law for multiplication. So this first slide will look at the associative law for addition. Now here, if you remember from the last lesson that was presented, we talked about adding three numbers together. Now let's assume we're adding 2 plus 3 plus 4, and we decide to group the 3 and the 4 together, and then to add 2. So we write the answer here. Then we'll see what happens when we group the 2 and the 3 together, and then add the 4. So we write the answer here. So for each of these cases, for example, take those two together, those two together, and you can take those three together there. Notice the different groupings that we've done. You have to work out what are the answers in each individual case. See if there are similarities, and see if you can remember what the associative law says. Here we're answering true or false, so we write the answer on the line here. Here we're adding three numbers, so we've got two different groupings there. We write the answer here. Over here we have that grouping there, and we have that grouping there for those numbers. Now you have to write true or false whether what we have on this side of the equal sign equals that side of the equal sign. Sorry, you have to do the same there too. So remember here, the left hand of the side of the equal sign, we group the 4 and the 7 together. The right hand side of the equal sign, we group the 7 and the 6 together. You have to work out whether those two are equal and write true or false there. The same thing here. With different groupings, does the left hand side equal the right hand side? You write true or false. And with different groupings again, does the left hand side equal the right hand side? That's for the associative law for addition. This slide here looks at the associative law for multiplication. Here we're multiplying 2 times 3 times 4. Now those two are taken together. We have different groupings, so you have to write the answer here. Now over here, those three there are taken together. Notice you have different groupings for each one. We have to write the answers there. And all these numbers here, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 2, we have different groupings in each case. So those two are taken together. See if you can write the answers there. Now here we have to answer true or false. We have the left hand side here. We have the right hand side. Notice the different groupings. We write true or false whether that answer is the same as that answer. In a similar fashion, we have a particular grouping here and a different grouping there. Does the left hand side equal the right hand side? Write true or false. Same thing here, you can see the different groupings there. There's two groupings on that side, but only one grouping on that side. Will the left hand side equal the right hand side? And here in general terms we're using letters, where we have that grouping there and that grouping there. Does the left hand side equal the right hand side? You write true or false there. So this worksheet, or this video, has presented two worksheets. The first one looked at the associative law for addition, and the second one looked at the associative law for multiplication, and they just allowed us to do some practice on those topics.